Hello and welcome to another edition of BuzzFeed Unsolved Postmortem, a show where we answer your most pressing questions about the most recent episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved, which was Ken Rex McElroy. All the questions we're answering today came from you guys via our BuzzFeed Unsolved Facebook page and our BuzzFeed Unsolved Instagram page.
What a whopper!
Yeah, that episode, it started rough, but in the end, I hoped you all felt some sense of redemption, because I sure did.
A lot of moral quandaries in it.
I think the episode definitely hit rock bottom, and we worked our way up, but it definitely, more so than maybe even past BuzzFeed Unsolved episodes, had a true rock bottom in terms of despair. But one of the few Unsolved episodes that actually has a happy ending, I would say.
I guess if you view it in the lens of this man is a villain, then yes, he has been vanquished.
Shall we answer some questions here?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I love questions. Here's from Gabbers27. This is Graham City. What happened to his young wives after this arrogant and disgusting person was killed?
As we stated in the episode, she remarried and then later died, I believe, in her 50s. And this is Trina we're talking about. I actually don't know what happened to Alice, or actually I forget what the name of his other wife. I should probably
A lot of wives.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of wives. I gotta look them up.
What, didn't one of them sort of defend him a little bit?
Alice defended him in a 1981 Time magazine interview. But that's like that. We mentioned this in the episode as well.
It's tough.
It's kind of common in these cases for people to kind of lessen the abuse.
Yeah.
It's sad. I would like to hope that they went on to live healthy and normal lives after this, but I can't say for sure, sorry. Let's go to Facebook here. This is from Abby Mae Smith. You said he didn't see who shot him, but if you saw a large crowd of people behind your car, you surely would look behind in your rearview mirror. He may not know the idea of the shooter, but you'd have expected something to happen with a mob behind you. Your thoughts?
Well, yeah.
What I'm about to say is gonna be considered rather upsetting, and I omitted it from the episode. Trina's testimony states that before he got shot, he kind of knew what was about to happen, and he lit a cigarette and was completely fine with it. He didn't appear scared at all.
He was scared on the inside.
I unfortunately hold the belief that he kind of didn't give a shit.
Well, that's fine, because he's dead.
But doesn't it?
This episode's
It's a little bit.
kind of a bummer.
It is a bummer, but it's a little bit sweeter to think that he was maybe gonna grovel a little bit at the end. Maybe try and be like, I could change, kind of thing. I don't know why that makes it more satisfying to me. Maybe even more sadistic than I think I am.
That's true.
But it does make it more satisfying, and that's why I ended up ultimately cutting it out of the episode. Yeah, moving on.
Oh.
This postmortem may be a bit of a bummer. I don't know.
Well, I'll try and find some fun cues on Graham City real quick. Here's one from YSL_Alberto. Wow, another episode without a supernatural reference? Is Ryan gaining some sanity?
I don't know.
He thought that was very funny. Good
It
cue.
was obviously a fake laugh.
That sounded real. That's how you laugh.
You know, I'm not gonna even entertain this bit because it's a dumb bit.
It's a good bit.
It's not, it's stupid. I swear to God, if you make that fucking horse talk and say,
That's a pretty good bit, right?
Nope.
I thought it was funny. That's his catchphrase now. We gotta put that on a t-shirt.
no, we don't.
Yeah, we might have to.
I think it would be, frankly, disrespectful for me to put a supernatural reference into this one because it's
Oh, yeah.
It's clearly a whole town saw what happened, and I think there'd be a lot of people that would take issue with me then saying, I don't think you guys knew what you saw, all 50 of you. This is Instagram from @TheRealEugeneLee. Okay, first of all, holy fucking shit, that guy is a dick. Second of all, how could 60 of those witnesses have no clue who murdered Ken? Sure, they probably want to keep the thing quiet in a sense of justice, but if I was murdered in front of 2 to 5 people and they could clearly see the murderers physically kill me, I see no reason why 60 people can't. Also, here's a theory. Shane traveled back in time with his alien friends to 1981 and went to Missouri to see the Ozarks, the, quote, mosquito the size of a bird, end quote, and killed Ken in a sense of, quote, fuck this guy, end quote, and went to the present just in time to make the BuzzFeed Unsolved episode. By the way, you guys are the best, and this is long as fuck. On that last part, I can agree. #Shaniacs, and then she tagged you at Shane Madej.
Oh, thanks.
I think the point of the story is they didn't want to say anything, so that's answering the first part. Second part, she's positing that you jumped into a time machine, went back and killed Ken Rex McElroy yourself. Gonna say that's a hard no.
Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch. Boy, what would I do if I had access to a time machine? Where would you go?
Maybe I'd go back and I'd stop myself from adding details to your stupid animations.
That's all you...
Which then was the impetus of the hot dogger.
What do you think of the hot dog I thought it was funny.
You just spit on you.
I would travel back in time to when Walt Disney was drawing Mickey Mouse, and I'd say, draw me instead. And then, and then I'd be Mickey. Yeah, you'd go to Disneyland, there'd just be a bunch of little cartoon Shanes. Here's one from Mia H 2001. Graham City. For the postmortem, does Shane only pick goofy questions and does Ryan only pick thoughtful questions?
Yeah, for the most part, I'd say that's pretty much how it goes.
Yep, gonna follow that up with N Wills 18. How do you steal a cow? Rope?
What do you do to make a cow tip over? Cow tipping?
You just fucking tip it, bro.
No. Is that what you do?
You just fucking tip it.
Oh, then you just push it over.
Yeah.
You push it over onto like a sled or something and you drag it away. That's how I would do it. Okay, here comes one from Instagram. This is at Chase Gary loves chicken nuggets. I like chicken nuggets too.
I love nuggies.
I ate exclusively chicken nuggets until I was 10 years old, I feel like.
That explains a lot.
What did you eat? What great food? You eat kale when you were under 10?
No, but I had some broccoli.
Okay, anyways, we're gonna get back to the question now.
Great.
Who wants to name their town Skidmore? Listen, Shane, look how it's so pointed at you. You better respond and have a good answer because I just don't understand. Well?
Why it's called Skidmore?
Yeah, why do they call it Skidmore?
Probably a last name.
So someone's last name is Skidmore?
Probably. Who can say where names come from?
I hope that's
There's probably like a town in Iowa named Asshole or something, you know?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna see if there's a town named Asshole.
I bet you there is a town named Asshole, but it ain't in Iowa.
No, there's no Asshole.
Well, I hope this answer satisfied you because it certainly didn't do anything for me.
Titty Hill in England. What about this one for fun from Instagram? Spice Girl Jail. Agree with Shane, fuck him. I hope my spooky boys are doing okay. Also, this isn't a question, but I hope you choose this because I comment on all of these but never get chosen.
There it is.
Yeah!
That one has a good sentiment to, round up the end of the episode.
Yeah!
Fuck him, which is...
Fuck him!
Just I agree. I think in the end he got what he had coming to him.
There's still a question in the air of whether or not vigilante justice is okay. Certainly that's a question to be talked about, but certainly without a doubt, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I would say that. Like, regardless of how the outcome was reached, I agree with the outcome.
Yeah.
And I'm okay, for once, with it just being a mystery.
Oh!
I dipped my toe into the Shaniac waters.
It's fun.
Now I'm taking it back
Feels
out
good.
because my toe started to turn a little. It's starting to turn a little green.
Get that shin in there. Ooh.
No.
Feel that calf bubbling.
No,
Ooh,
my
ooh,
toe's
ooh,
out.
ooh.
I think I need to go to the hospital, actually.
Shaniac waters.
Okay. Well, that does it for this episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved Postmortem. Make sure you watch the new episode this Friday. Send in your questions to the BuzzFeed Unsolved Instagram page and the BuzzFeed Unsolved Facebook page, and maybe we'll answer it on the next postmortem. Like this one we just answered there. That was weird. Okay.
We gotta talk about merch.
So we do have an announcement here, and there's two parts to it. It's a two-parter. You wanna hear the good part or the bad part?
Oh, give me the bad part.
So the bad part is we are retiring some of our merch designs. But why don't we just snap our fingers and then we'll have some of the designs that I'm talking about that we're about to retire.
Yeah.
Here we go.
How?
Here's the designs, Dunzo, gone.
Out of here!
Setting them on fire.
If you don't buy them, we're putting them in a rocket and we're shooting it at the sun.
So if you do want to buy these shirts before they leave forever, you can do so for 10% off until February 28th.
Febs, that's all you got.
And you use the code LASTCHANCE.
I'm feeling the heat.
It's your last chance. Easy code to remember.
You gotta do it. Ryan, that's such bad news.
That is bad news, but the good news is we are retiring them to make room for some new designs.
Oh
shit. And do we have the new designs yet?
Oh, do we?
No, we don't have them yet, but you'll see them soon.
Ryan, what's coming up next
that's
week?
that part too.
Yeah, it's this part.
Oh boy, next week we take a journey down to Tinseltown. Old Tinseltown. If you're a fan of old film noir murders, if you're a fan of Room 1046 even, that episode, you'll probably like the coming episode. Recreations directed by none other than Mr. Zach Kornfeld.
Corn Diddy.
I think that's it
Okay.
for the episode. Well, see you guys next week.
You can leave if you want. Our weekly Q&A concluded. I now welcome you to the part of the show we call the Hot Dogga. A hot dog saga commissioned by Ryan Stephen Bergara, written by me, and adored by every single viewer. Space, the final frontier.
Don't you dare.
These
Don't
are
you
the
dare.
travels
Start
of
it
this-
over. Start it over. Don't put that part in there.
Space, the final
You piece of-
frontier.
These are the travels
dare you.
of the starship Minestrone. Its mission, to reach the Graxulon wormhole to travel back in time to save our friends and loved ones from burning up in a volcano and then rock out to a baller, risky fixin' song.
The captain!
Ensign,
Exiting FTL travel.
bring her in slow. This pony's been in the stable for a month of Sundays.
Aye, aye, Captain. Captain, our scanners are picking up a planet.
Of course they are. It's a planet. Ah, Tomat Zero. It's been too long. Why the hell are we going here again? An old friend of mine. He's got the Bernoulli converter we need to make it to the Graxulon quadrant and slip our asses through that saucy wormhole.
What's he doing on a planet like this? Based on these scans, it looks like a swampy pile of junk.
You'll see. He's very compelling. Perhaps more compelling than Gene. Perhaps the most compelling character in existence.
That's very funny.
Ensign French fries. Plot our approach to Tomat Zero.
Sure.
Boop, boop, boop. Captain, we're being hailed. Put him on the screen.
Ho, ho, ho! If it isn't Mike Soup, the beloved space ace.
Did you say held or hailed? Because you're supposed to say hailed.
I said hailed.
Oh, it sounded like you said held.
I said hailed.
Chili pirates, surrender your ship and we'll let you live.
I don't negotiate with assholes. Maisie, shields up. On the torpedoes.
That was pretty funny.
Captain, we don't have any torpedoes. Oh shit, I forgot to buy new ones.
Ho, ho, ho!
Well, Captain, their torpedoes are headed our way.
Ho, 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 ho. The crew braces themselves as the ship shudders and an explosion rips through the bridge.
Wow.
Woo!
If you're I truly...
I'm out, folks.
I'm racking my brain right now.
I'm gonna take a victory lap. That was a fucking...
Woo!